Howdy, howdy, folks. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great.
This great Friday evening. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks since Helen, Georgia. Y'all got there last Wednesday, or 2 weeks ago last Wednesday. I got there 2 weeks ago last Thursday. But if you had a good time, say I had a good time.
I had a good time.
All right. So did I. And we're going to talk about that today. So, folks, I'm going to welcome you. First of all, on the top right-hand side, your left. It will be my left and your right. Oh, my goodness. We have Mike and Ricki from the KLOCK family of vendors. How's it going, everybody?
Okay.
Good. Let's start out with you. Tell us about your channel, where you're from, and what are your channel aspirations?
Okay. We are from Maryland. We do a lot of traveling with our kids. We did mainly theme parks and things like that. But then we got into like Vegas, and we have a timeshare with Wyndham. So we kind of travel a little bit everywhere. So I was watching Tony from La Lita Loca when I was off during COVID time, and he was telling people, like, if you think you might be interested in doing YouTube, go ahead and take a shot and see how it works out. So I said, well, I mean, we do a lot of traveling and stuff. So let's try it and see what happens. So I went ahead and did it, and I do most of the recording and editing and everything. She's just the channel.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Good. Yep.
Nothing
that's the gist of it.
Okay. All right. That's all. One thing I found out about Ricki that I didn't realize, I must have missed it somewhere down the pike, but I heard that she is a hoodie connoisseur. Is that true?
It is true. It is
you like
true.
Hoodies? So,
I love hoodies.
So what do you like?
My Helen, Georgia one.
Oh! So you got one? You did get a Helen, Georgia one?
I did.
You get one everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
I try to get one everywhere we go.
That's including, of course, Portia Call and whatever comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Do you have a Chesapeake Bay one?
I do have a Maryland one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. I have two Maryland ones, actually.
All right. I had a T-shirt that said Chesapeake Bay on it, but that no longer fits me. But I still have it. I still have it. Well, that's awesome. We're gonna keep going around the pike here. Now we're gonna talk to Curt and Marsha. How's it going, folks?
Doing great.
Doing good.
That's good stuff. I want to start out with saying, first of all, I love your channel. I love Mike and Ricki's channel. You don't get to it as often as you want to because that thing called life keeps getting in the way. The LIFE. That's a huge 4-letter word right there, and it keeps getting in the way. But thank God for replay. I watch y'all a lot of replay, both of y'all.
Yeah, he tells us that often.
I watch the KLOCK. I bet you never heard that before. And then of course the CME. So the CME, and it took me a long time to remember. See me traveling. I'm like CME traveling. It took me a long time. Yeah. But tell us, Curt and Marsha, whose idea was it to start the channel?
I have always filmed everything going back to my childhood. The way my parents had an old 8mm and watching them film, and then they had another one, like one of them Sears cameras. They had let me film stuff at family reunions and stuff like that. So I've always enjoyed it, but now's new where you get to do the editing and everything. And kind of similar to Mike, Jenny was our first. We were doing land stuff, and we were going to destinations. We were going to Mexico, and we would research that way. And we started looking at some of the resorts, and then that filtered over into booking cruises. Yeah. So then, like they said, we watched a lot of them during COVID. We were also traveling during COVID, though. I wasn't scared to go anywhere. We went to Mexico 2020, 21. and 22. We went 3 years.
Yeah.
But that's what got us started. And I thought, I think I can do this. I think I can put it
we
together.
were videotaping long before we actually got on channel. And I was like, you got enough footage of stuff that we do. Try it and see what you think. And the only thing that can happen is, you don't enjoy it or it doesn't do
there's
anything.
about 4 videos. The first 4 videos are from, we didn't start the channel till late October of 2021. And those 4 videos are all before 2019.
Mhm.
Those 4 videos are. Oh. I just pulled them in. One of them we're parasailing. Another one we're doing something else. And we're swimming with sharks and stuff at a resort. And
you can have that, man.
They were whale sharks. So they're like
sharks,
big cows in the ocean. They're not.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I will keep on mooing. Oh boy.
Big cows. They're like big buses in the ocean. They're not like a cow. They're huge, really, really big. But and then it just gradually took off. We met SCT Adventures and Lori from Journey with the Gingers, and they had us on. We didn't have it about 50 subscribers, and then from there it just kept rolling. And I think we were one of the first ones that wasn't one of the big dogs, you want to call it, that jumped on MSC, and that got us that helped us get a little more traction with people like yourself, even asking us to come on.
Yeah,
right.
You got us on your show before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely, and a lot's happened since then. Lots happened since then.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you first started your live streams, your morning coffee. What's the proper title?
Oh, Daily Coffee Talk.
Yeah,
Daily Coffee Talk. Okay, I'm sitting there. Okay, my mind's scrambling. My mind scrambles. Okay, it does. It scrambles and it fries. Maybe it's fried because it's scrambled. Well, whatever. But sometimes it gets scrambled and fried. But But I remember when you started in your backyard first.
Mm-hmm.
You're outside on the back. It was you for a long time, and then Marsha came. You're in the kitchen.
Yeah, she gradually worked that in, and the hour wasn't that great. We were coming on at 8:30 after Sea Leg Journeys, and they started about 2 weeks after me. I just was doing it at 8:30.
After I left for work, and then when I started joining, it was really hard to keep that time. So when they switched. And they decided not to do it every day. We jumped in that spot at 8 o'clock so that I could be on there too. Because let's face it, everybody wants to see me hit him with the damage.
That first year, we did 6 days. We did 6 days a week.
Yeah.
That first year.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, y'all do a magnificent job. Imagine that, a magnificent. I know where I got that from, but you really do, and everything. All these channels. The clock, y'all. And everybody, I love people. I love people, and I've met so many good people doing YouTube. Having a YouTube channel and doing all these meetups and stuff like that, and it's really cool. This is already your second meetup, and we'll talk more about that. But before we get into the Helen stuff, we're gonna dive into that. Tell us what are your aspirations for your channel? From going on forward.
Well, we just got monetized here back in the end of October, beginning of November.
That's right.
So that just happened, and from there, just trying to make sure we keep putting out good quality stuff. And I've heard the term, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, like evergreen. You want stuff that if you're doing it to be monetized, you want stuff that people will come back a year, 2 years, 3 years later, 5 years later, and they'll keep watching that right there. You got something there that they'll want. It'll still stay up in YouTube land,
watch hours.
With your the watch hours, and the algorithms will pick it up and keep playing it, pushing it to people. So as long as you're doing something quality, I want to learn more, like to get some more gadgets and stuff like that. And I
tell you what, it's definitely a learning process. This whole thing, you never know what that monster called the algorithm is going to do. You have no idea what it's going to do, or whatnot. And my best advice, that I keep telling myself is just keep on doing and see what happens. I had videos where I spent hours on. I mean, which I still do. I mean, it takes a lot to edit all those videos. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 hours. You know, when it's done and done. But I had videos like that maybe got 100 hits. And then I had a video where I'm doing something real quick, just putting it together. I got 35,000. It's like, what in the world? You know, have any of y'all ever experienced that?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I have a short, and so I do a lot of shorts. I try to, if I go on vacation, I try to do a short every single day. And then when I come back, I normally try to shoot one out every day for like a month. It keeps people coming to my channel, and hopefully they'll look at some of the other stuff that I have out there. And I did this short, like I'll spend forever trying to get like right camera angle or slow motion. Like Busch Gardens, they have this one coaster that comes down and hits the water and shoots water on both sides. So I did a slow motion of it coming down the track, and then it hits the water, and it changes over to slow motion and the water coming out. And I'm like, man, this can be a good one. And I get like 100 views on it. And then I post a video of my daughter at Universal Studios from years ago that I did. And she wasn't really into the Harry Potter stuff. She was young, and she just wanted to do it because her sister was doing it. But she waves the wand and gets the little thing to do. This umbrella starts raining down. Well, she does this, and she walks away like totally nonchalant, didn't even care about the thing. And I got 23,000 views on it.
Go figure. See, you just never know.
Yeah,
you just never know, and that's why you just keep digging, plugging, and like what's that guy named Nemo? Keep on swimming. You just got to keep on swimming.
You hope your stuff will help people too. I mean, that's one thing I really hope. That's the biggest compliment I think I've gotten is, hey, this helped me. Thank you for showing this, for something like that they get to see. I like that. I like that compliment when people tell you that.
With the shorts, I just say, I'm just going to open a bag of candy and pour it in a dish and see how it goes.
That's right.
Weirdest stuff. The weirdest things is what jumps.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't do anything for this one. This other one I spent all this time on, and it's like, I'm just going to open a bag of candy and pour it in a dish and see how.
I love that analogy. Never heard it like that, but may I use that? May I use that going forward?
Yes, you certainly.
I'm going to use it. I'm going to pour some candy in and see what happens. Absolutely. All right. Well, as you know, this is we just had the fourth annual Helen, Georgia meetup, and it's growing. There's more and more people that's going to be there next year. I have people now. Here's this. I have people that saw that I never met before, saw not only my videos, but videos that are out saying, y'all are having too much fun. We want a part of this. I had 3 people contact me, brand new channels that I knew nothing about. And, 2 of them had a channel. One didn't. And they're like, we're coming to Helen. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. So the fifth annual is going to be even bigger than this one, I do believe. And but it just keeps better and better. Start out with the first one. Y'all know the story. I'm not going to go over the story, but we started with the first meetup. It started on a live stream, 2:00 in the morning. Blaine and I just blabbing, talking about spaghetti ice. Hey man, I really got spaghetti ice in Helen. Let's meet up there. And so all right. So let's meet up here at a certain time. We're doing this on 2:00 in the morning during the C word days. And I get a call or a message the next day. I bought my tickets for the meetup. I'm like, what meetup? What are you talking about? And then later on that day, I had some Spaniard from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, it's Rafi. Yeah, I bought my tickets. I'm flying. I'm flying to Atlanta to go to Helen. I'm like, for what? The meetup, man. The meetup. I was like, oh my goodness. And long story short, we're all and we sort of just measure. Okay, it was a meetup, whatever, show up, but nothing, not even expanding. Let's just make this a meetup until the day we got there, And we had our first dinner, which was at the Bondesi, very good place too, which is right across from the Hellendorf. And I said, guys, welcome to the first annual Helen, Georgia meetup. We had 37 people show up, 37 on an unannounced. I mean, it was announced later just as a nonchalant, oh, we're meeting up, nothing big or nothing. And it has sort of grown ever since. The second one, we had 67 people show up. And then the third one, we had a bunch of people on cruises that they already bought their cruises prior to, and did that. So, and then we had 50, I think it's 54 showed up. And each time, new people's coming. And then this one, we had 101 at the dinner alone. And there was several people throughout the day that stopped by that couldn't stay for dinner, but hey, we were in the area. We want to stop by and say hi. And that was 3 more. And but that was neat. That was really, really neat. But to see it grow and like I was saying, I don't want this to be Many of Us Are German New Darren's meetup. I don't want that. That's why it's called the Helen Meetup, because my channel's about Germany. I traveled to Germany. I spent time in the military there. I was there as a kid there. Yeah, all that stuff. I'm not even German. That's a little fun fact. My dad's side English. There were glove makers, Glover, and my mom's side from Ireland. Straight off the boat in 1800s. And so the only German I got in me is this piece of metal where I broke my leg in Germany and spent 9 days at a German hospital. So that's the only German I got in me that I know of. But point being, what I'm saying is, I want it to be a mixture of everybody. I want to be the Helen Meetup, coming from the travel of all types, including cruising, land travel, and all that stuff, and people coming together. I don't want to be exclusive. Oh, we're just Germany. We're just cruising. I want to be, we got people that what's the fancy word for sewing, yarning, crochet. Crochet. We got crochet channels there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, I think that's pretty cool. What do y'all think about that? What do you like that aspect of the meetup of diversity?
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. We saw it the first time. Lori and Hannah were there. They were near the river.
The second year. The second year. We didn't go when it snowed and everything. We watched everybody's video.
And they were there, and it was a beautiful river back there, and they were showing the snow coming down, and we're like, we want to go there next year. Yeah. And that was the year a lot of people went on a cruise, but we still had an amazing time, got to meet some people that we still talk to today, and just really enjoyed the fellowship, and to be able to meet people that, like, you're not going to see them on a cruising channel unless they know you, because they don't do anything with cruising. They're over here, they're doing camping, or like you said, crocheting, or there's so many different things out there. To be able to meet people like that as a group and still be able to chat with them and enjoy being with them is really cool. Yeah,
you get a good friendship. Mm-hmm. One of them that came up to us, and he didn't come to the dinner, Will Cooper. He showed up just walking, he knew all of us was up in the area. Yep. And he just showed up. He said, I thought I'd come up and run into some and talk to him. So that was very cool.
That was the first time I ever felt like I'd been noticed as a YouTuber. He said, hey, you're a YouTuber. And I was like, yes. Well, that was pretty cool. That's the first time I've ever been recognized by somebody like that. So
that is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feeling. That it's like I don't know. It is pretty cool. That happened to me, not in Helen, but in Germany.
Oh wow!
4 times, and Eric B, traveling Eric B, he was with me the whole every time I got noticed. So I got proof, and then Eric's like, man, I'm here walking around Schweinfurt, Germany. All of a sudden, say, is your name Darren? You like spaghetti ice? I said, well, my name's Darren. I don't like spaghetti ice. I love spaghetti ice, and it was just started the whole thing, and so forth. And then another year, Eric was with me again in Schweinfurt, where I was stationed, spent all the time in the Army there. This guy came up, he goes, you're Darren. I'm like, ooh, depends on the day. What are you talking about? And he says, well, I was stationed here back in the early 80s, and I've been wanting to go back to Germany and everything, but I've been watching your videos about Schweinfurt, and you gave me the bug. So I've been watching all your videos. I'm like, man, that's cool and everything. And then another lady says, the same thing, walking around, and she goes, hey, she married a German guy. Her mom's German, she's American, and her husband passed away, and she went to Germany to visit. They fell in love. So she's from Mississippi, living in Schweinfurt, Germany. So it's kind of funny. But and then my one of my favorites, they all are my favorite, was when I was on top of the Zugspitze. The Zugspitze is the highest peak in Germany. You hear me talk about probably. You can see like 5 different countries standing in one spot. Oh, there's Italian Alps, there's a Swiss Alps, there's Austrian Alps. You're all right there. And I had this Indian couple come up to me from India, and a real tall guy. And he says, "Excuse me." I said, "Yes." He goes, "Magnificent Germany with Darren." I said, "Yes. How are you?" He goes, "Oh, this is my wife. We're on our honeymoon, and we never been to Germany, and we watched your videos, and we want to go to Germany." So I was like, "Oh my goodness, that made me feel really good." They just got married. He's an MD, and she just graduated dental school. And young couple. I say young. You know, they're 30. You know, 30, 31. They're young couple, and and we talk. They don't want to be on video or nothing, because I'll always be respectful of people. You know, hey, would you like to be in video? If they say no, well, that's just no. But we took a picture. I promise I won't publish it. But Eric was there too, and he's like, "Man," so I'm glad I have proof of this stuff right there. But it's a lot of fun, and the Helen, back to the Helen meetup. It's just neat to see different people from all different genres, all different walks, different interests, and just coming together. I've had people say to me, you know, I'm not going to mention names. One person, he goes, you're not a cruising channel." And I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a lot of videos on cruising." But I put Germany there somehow. You know, like when I went to Aruba, there's a German. I found a German restaurant in Aruba. Leave it to me to find that. I did. I found it, made a video, and did this whole thing. That was on the first Helping Hands for Cruising show. But anyways, and the person, and I don't want to say names, but they didn't mean to come across, you know, like that. They said, "But you're not a cruising channel. How do you?" I said, "Well, I love going to Germany, but I love cruising too. I mean, just because I have a cruising channel, I might as well travel about Germany, but I love to cruise too." And so, you know, they didn't mean nothing by it, but
Yeah.
sometimes people they categorize, "Well, you're not a cruising channel."
Like the only vacation you've ever done is go to Germany, right? You've never been able to do anything else. Yeah.
Right. I'm looking forward to my next cruise. You know, it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I'm ready to go on a cruise again. You know, but by the way, I'm thinking about the Utopia. But I'm coming this close. I'm trying. I'm this close. The only thing is scheduling. My you know, I got, like I said, 2 teenagers at the house, gymnastics, scouts, and everything else in between. It's like, man, I got to find time. That's the only thing. But I'm going to leave it up to anybody, whoever talks first. Mike, Ricki, Curt, Marsha.
Well, what I want to get into, I didn't do the aspirations for the channel. So the reason I started the channel was because, like you two, I broke my back in 2005, and
wow,
I'm just worried. I'm an electrician, and I'm constantly up and down ladders, having to get up down on the floor to do layouts and stuff like that. And it's just, I was worried that my back is going to give out before I finish my career. So I wanted to try to do something that possibly I could get a little bit of money, because I do plan to retire a little bit earlier because of that. So I'm hoping that, due to the difference in my retirement age and my full retirement, I wanted to see if I could possibly get a channel to where I made a little bit of money to get me past to when I get my full retirement. I know it's kind of hard, but that's what I did it for. Well, I had no idea that I was going to end up meeting all the people that I met and making all these different friendships that we did. I had no idea it would turn into this. And it's just all these different meetups and different group cruises and stuff like that. it's a lot of fun, and you wouldn't think you would meet as many people as you do, and find a lot of people that think the same way you do, and just have a lot of fun. Just have a lot of fun doing things.
Exactly. Speaking of fun, I saw now being the host of a meetup, any meetup, and everything. You're busy. You're trying to make sure everybody's have a good time. That's very important to me. And I think a host should check on people. Say hi and whatnot. But y'all have me cracking up. Okay. All right. First of all, I'm sitting there coming back from Hoffers or somewhere. No, Betty's Groceries. We've already been to Hoffers. And I just happened to look over there, and I see some guy named Mike KLOCK dancing with a gazebo guy, or what's his name?
Sasquatch.
Yeah, I'm like, oh hey, look over there, and I was about to go up there and do this and everything, and I look and I'm like, do it again. Oh, I did it again. And Marsha, she was like, I'm out of here. Did you see that video, the one I put
She's
up?
seen enough.
Right. And Marsha's like, I'm out of here. I'm just cruising. But
Yeah.
at the very moment, there was some kind of Japanese couple, whatever.
Mhm.
They had their phones. They were like, so they got video of you.
Yeah.
Just so rich a man. And everything. So that was funny. And next, I didn't see this in person, but who did this? I think it was Sydney who did this.
Mhm.
All skipping on the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was cool. That was cool. I wonder how many hits that got.
That was after our dinner at
I don't know.
Paul's that night.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were there. Y'all were over there. Y'all hadn't come out yet. We went over there for dessert. Remember?
That's right.
And we just popped into Paul's because it was the closest. Still was open the latest too, that we could all sit around. That's when Eric B showed up, and that's the night. That's the night it did. Ralphie, yeah, Ralphie. But it was that night. She said, "Hey, why don't y'all go up there and skip like you're coming towards me?" Well, honestly, the reason we did any of this was Ricki was teaching us all about different things about our phones that we can do.
We blame
True,
Ricki.
right, Ricki?
Yes.
Okay. That is the only reason that happened. It first was to teach us how to do certain things with the phones.
It doesn't
That's
take
right.
much encouragement, honestly. That you saw what Mike did in public and daylight. So.
I said I could skip better than them, is what I felt like. We didn't have a competition, but I thought I know what skipping is. I'm not sure Bruce knows what skipping is, but anyway. He tried.
Marsha, it sounds like another challenge is getting started.
Oh boy.
But real quick, I tell you what I like is that town is just big enough to where I don't mean it bad. None of us have to be right up each other's, and yet we can all still go do things, and we all meet up, or we'll see each other and we'll go, hey, we're going to run and do this. Would you like to go do this with us? This year, everybody had Marco Polo, and we all spoke to each other, which is I'm impressed with Marco. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at first.
I didn't either, to be honest with you.
He sure likes it now.
So,
Oh, yes, he does.
huh?
Oh, huh?
What? But that's what I like about that little town. I love it. So.
Absolutely, and like you're saying about I didn't want to over plan. I've learned my lesson about over planning before, and other stuff. For instance, one of my first major groups in 2018. I've taken groups prior, but I had a pretty big group, and I knew better. I knew better. It's worse when you know better, when you know something, but you expect the same result. You know the whole deal. Well, I asked him, and I said that none of them been to Germany before. I said, do y'all want to see a lot of stuff, or do you want to spend a couple of times? And he goes, I want to see as much as I can. Well, it's on then. So I'm like, all right, we're going to make it happen. Well, we had a blast. We went, man, we were all over Germany, south, north, east, all that stuff. And we went, but they were worn out, and I was worn out because I'm the one doing the driving in a van. Because we rent a van, everybody pitches in. That's how it makes it cheaper for everybody. And it works out fine. But I've learned from that, just a little bit here, a little bit there, and again, and you could do a lot in that little bit. Same with the meetup. You know, I don't want to be at 2:00 here, 2:15 here, 2:36 here. I don't want that. You know,
Yeah.
Friday for those who are available and are free, ice cream. Saturday, hey, whoever wants to meet for breakfast at 7:00, let's go meet some breakfast. We'll get some breakfast. Saturday, go out, go do your thing. There's million things to do in Helen. I mean, all kinds of stuff, and nearby, you got Cleveland right down the road, 10 minutes away. You got the state forest. You got the Ruby Fall. I mean, numerous things, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the dinner at 6 and the church by the river on Sunday. And I've been getting a lot of feedback on that, and everybody's loving that. So I take it you all like that too.
I'll take the blame for we didn't show up for breakfast till after y'all were walking out that day. We made it the first year, but we all stayed up.
Too late.
Well, we stayed up. I know probably not as late.
I saw the figure.
Yeah. We stayed up pretty late that night. Friday night.
Just talking to people that we enjoyed hanging out with, and then you look up and you're like, oh my goodness, it's 12:00 and we're supposed to be at breakfast first thing in the morning. Y'all gotta go.
Right. But we did have breakfast on Friday because we went back to back at Hoffers, but we saw each other at was it the Friday morning.
Yeah,
which,
great.
Yeah,
that's a great place to go.
Mike and Ricki, what do you think of Hoffers?
Oh, we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did the sausage, biscuits, and gravy both days. A little bit different with having the kielbasa instead of just the regular old sausage.
Oh, you're right. Good. What'd you have, Ricki?
I don't remember what I had.
I think you had the farmer's omelet the one day.
Yeah.
I had the farmer's omelet the one day. Marsha, you and I got the same thing the first day, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
I will tell you this, though. She ended up getting the vegetarian hash and putting meat in it. I'm not sure if that's
I think it's
right
wonderful.
or not, but she did it.
It's the
I'm
best
pretty sure
thing.
that's when Cindy started talking.
Curt's on it.
Yeah, her head started going around.
Oh, my goodness. What'd you have, Curt?
I had biscuits and gravy both days.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got them to throw a little cheese on it and everything. I mix everything together. They brought me out a couple of eggs. They brought me some potatoes. Marsha had ordered us corned beef hash. But that corned beef hash the first day was not the same as somebody else's that they brought to the table. It was like two different ones. One of them was really full of onions, and the other one didn't have onions in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can order that. I had the meat lovers. I'm gonna go figure. I'm on a carnivore, so carnivore diet. 65 pounds now, by the way.
Great.
I was 64.8 at Helen, and when I got back, like 2 days later, I'm 65. Just being on the carnivore diet. That's the best diet I've ever been on in my life. But now with that being said, I had maybe a bite and a half of spaghetti ice there. When I go to Germany, I would have 5 or 6 a day. No, there's no exaggeration there. I would have 5 or 6 a day. I mean, I would eat one, then we'll pass by another ice cream shop. Let's go try that ice cream, and we'll go. That was me, and everything. But I probably had a total of 6 in the last 2 trips to Germany in June and September, and I'm good. But I don't know. Just staying on it is working for me anyway. So 65. I'm still gonna have my spaghetti ice, just not 5 or 6 a day or more.
I can tell you, options there are amazing. We did not go into a restaurant and leave hungry anywhere. And Curt and I a lot of times would share a meal, and I still was like, I don't know how I would have possibly eaten that whole meal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's good stuff. Did you ever eat a meal at Paul's? I know you had just dessert the first time. Did you ever go back?
No, we didn't go back. There was too many places to go to. We didn't get all of them in. We wanted to go to the crepe place. We never did go there.
Scott Smith talked. We asked about lunch, and Scott had came in on Friday, I think it was, and we all went to or Thursday.
Old
Thursday.
Thursday when Scott Smith come in, and we went to the Old Bavarian Inn. Ate there for lunch. It was very good. Very good.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
We ate
one thing.
we messed up ourselves for dinner actually
Yeah.
that night.
I think that's why we ended up only eating dessert.
Now,
We messed
one
us
thing
up
I noticed
ourselves the
is
first day too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he did. He's right. We did.
We went to the Troll Tavern,
that's a good place.
and the chicken tenders are like that big.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Have you
went
seen the cheeseburgers? Have you seen the cheeseburgers there? At the
Nah, I
Troll?
did not get a cheeseburger.
No, huh?
Oh my! Get a cheeseburger there next time.
Well, that's what we'll get.
I saw some pictures. Is that the one that's like this big?
That thick.
I was at the Hopper House. That was huge.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the video that's coming out tomorrow in the spotlight, the Saturday spotlight, y'all are all in it. You know,
Oh, okay.
Mike, Ricki, you and Curt, all y'all in it, and that cheeseburger's in it too.
Oh, okay.
It also got you when we're coming up on Hoffers and everything, and Curt's doing a little ballerina dance. In the thing,
Yeah.
But it's not a ballerina dance. I don't know. You were doing something. It was funny. I was cracking up.
Hard to tell.
You'll see tomorrow.
I was going to say, see tomorrow. Yeah.
Now, one thing about Paul's that I noticed. Now, I don't like to talk bad about anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this isn't talking bad. This is just what it is. It's more expensive than it was last year. The Paul's was. Everything else at Hopper House looked good. I mean, those prices are very decent. Those are decent. The other places were decent, but for some reason, Paul's was like
it jumped a lot, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had
last year, and then I saw this year, and I was sticker shock.
It jumped because I had I think I had some ribs, rack of ribs. And Billy had chicken tenders, and my mom had something. And my bill was $70. For what? For what?
Ricki had a good pie. Tell us about the pie you had there, Ricki.
Let's hear about that. Let's hear about that pie.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it
While I'm
was?
on this diet.
Caramel.
My salted caramel.
Okay. I
Salted
couldn't
caramel
remember.
cheesecake.
Oh,
My
it's good.
salted caramel cheesecake was really good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And I had the key lime pie with the raspberry.
Oh.
So what was the
She
other
had
one?
the peanut butter.
I had the
pie.
Reese's.
There, that was
Oh,
Mike.
okay.
Mike had the
Oh,
peanut butter
okay.
pie.
Okay. Yeah. And that was good, but I could only take a bite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I like
Wow.
the salted caramel. Yeah, my favorite.
Now, let's go back a day. Friday, you were there at the ice cream. Now, what kind of ice cream did you get this time?
Go ahead.
Bourbon pecan something. Honey. Bourbon pecan honey or something
Wow.
like that. It's delicious.
Was it
Dude,
good?
I got a milkshake in it. No, yeah, bourbon pecan honey.
I only got 2 drinks out of it. I can't tell you.
I let him taste it, and then I ran to the van so he couldn't find me with it.
It's spring,
That's why you're in the van, you and Ricki.
It was
Yeah.
raining, and we got a little cold. I was
That's
like, all right, we'll just roll the window down and say hi, but we at least need to get warm because I was freezing.
Yeah, you were freezing.
It was weird. The weather the day before was 70s, and then it got a little cool that next
What'd
day.
she say?
What'd
What'd
you
you
say,
say?
Ricki?
Said I'm always freezing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she is.
Now, what kind of ice cream did y'all get, Mike and Ricki?
So I got the it was like the salted caramel bourbon, I think it was. And then I got plain chocolate. So I had 2 scoops on a waffle cone.
Mm.
So you got the caramel one.
Caramel, yep.
No, I was like, Carl. Okay, all right. That's a whole different thing. Like pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan is a pecan. Anyways, but what'd you get, Mike?
I got the Oreo. That was good.
You know, one thing about that place there, you know, you got DM Maria who owns it. He's American, retired helicopter pilot, U.S. Army, and he flew Cobras in Vietnam and all that stuff. And she's a retired. She's from Germany, from Nuremberg. And I visit Nuremberg all the time. I love Nuremberg. If you ever get to Germany, go to Nuremberg, and Garmisch, and Munich, and Schweinfurt, and everywhere. Go everywhere. Anyways, but they're really nice people, and they closed down the shop for our group. You know, I'm not saying my group, I'm saying our group because it's the Helen Meetup. You know, it's our group, and but I think that's pretty cool. And they've been doing that from the beginning because we went there the first time just Blaine and I and a few people. Other people didn't show up till the dinner time the next day, and but it just sort of came out. I said, I'm going to bring people here, and I'm like, okay, we'll close the place down. All right, well, we bring people there, and it's really cool. But I think it's neat they closed it down. Same with the restaurant. They just made it a private party, and it was really really awesome. And I want to talk more about that restaurant too. So what did y'all do on now? What day did y'all go to the falls, Annie Ruby Falls?
Thursday, right? Because that was the pretty day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, because it rained. It rained the next. Yeah. So what did you think of Annie Ruby?
It reminds me of where I'm from, but I love it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It really does. That's I like how.
Did you holler?
Georgia, yeah, I hollered up in the holler. Yeah. I tried to educate all them that don't know enough about them. Okay.
Right.
And stuff. So yeah.
Is
That's
that
all.
what you were doing with Cindy? You were educating.
Education, yeah.
Education.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Drinking out of the mountain.
I want to hear something from y'all. Okay, you were there, all four of y'all. All right. Now, Bruce and Sydney. All right. Y'all ran into a certain type of animal. Can you tell me what you do? What was that animal you ran into?
Groundhog?
Yeah. Tell us about the groundhog.
It's just groundhog does.
Yeah, it's just a groundhog.
We see it all the time.
I've never seen two people more amazed by a groundhog, but it was really cool to watch them be amazed by, because we see them all the time, and so to see someone be like, "Oh my goodness, what is that?" And be so excited. It was really cool to see them. And then, how special is that they came from Washington State all the way to Georgia to see everybody? So,
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. One of these days, I want to get out there to Leavenworth, and Bruce said, "Come on down. They'll take me to Leavenworth and all that." And it's it's a smaller version of Helen.
Oh,
I would think it's bigger because I saw many videos of Leavenworth. It looked bigger than Helen, but they said no. Leavenworth's a lot smaller. It's like half of Helen.
Oh, wow.
Even less than that. But they said they do a good job with it. But I definitely want to go out there and check it out without a doubt. Also, during the interview there, I thought, if you watched it, right? You watched the
I watched the interview.
The interview. I can't think of the word. Podcast. All right. And I said, and I thought he said, "Yeah, I had possum." I said, "You ate possum?" And he kept saying, "He goes, yeah, I ate possum." And I like 4 times. I said, "Wait a minute, Bruce, you really ate possum?" "No, it wasn't possum." I'm like, "You said it like 4 or 5 times." Like, oh my goodness, I'm not having no possum. I say awesome possum all the time, especially my kids. "Hey, awesome possum," and Dad. I get that's a dad joke. But anyways, it's a lot of fun. But what you like the falls though? You like the walk up there?
Yep. It was a lot of fun. A lot of very pretty. I recorded the whole thing up and back. Haven't put anything out yet, but
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Are y'all aware of the Saturday Spotlight?
Yeah.
On Saturdays?
Yeah.
I
used to do the raid parade and
wait,
Saturday
no,
stroll.
Yeah.
I know Sherry did the spotlight thing, so I just haven't joined it yet.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm part of the spotlight. But anyways, I'm going to encourage y'all to do that. It's a lot of fun. Just like we did on Fridays and Saturdays before. Some do both,
Yeah.
So it's hard to do it all. You know what I mean? I'll load it to have one in for each one, but
I'm not consistent enough in either one of them to throw it out.
Do enough each week to get them out each week.
I don't. I'm not like this. And it's very hard for me to go, okay, if I got a deadline, I would freak.
Mm-hmm.
I would freak
really?
out. Oh yeah. I really, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's well, it's sort of like that. It's hard enough to get one out.
Yeah.
But with time, that time, that thing called time, and that thing called life keeps getting in the way.
My goal next time when I go back to that falls is to try to go and not take so many breaks going up the mountain.
We did take some breaks. We did take
Yeah,
some breaks
yeah.
going up.
I struggled. I'll be honest with you. I struggled going up there.
Well, there was one time we went around a rock and they were like, "Oh, Curt said he was going to sit down. He's at a bench. He's fine. He's going to sit there and rest a little bit." But we waited. We waited and no Curt, and still we waited. I'm like, he's probably like passed out dead down there. Let me go back and check on him. I get around.
Let's hope not, Marsha.
He pops up and he's like, "Oh, I've been talking to people." And I thought, "Oh my goodness." I was up there starting to panic up there and he's over there chatting away. So, but other than that.
Well, that's good stuff. I love that waterfall. And the very first meetup, Kenneth was there, Ford man, and he made it. I love telling the story, but he was determined. He wanted to walk up there. I said, "Kenneth," I said, "you don't have to prove anything to anybody, okay? I know he's a strong man. His arm is big as my legs because he uses that, more than his legs. And I mean, the boy's got some muscles. He does. And but I said, "I don't want you to hurt yourself." He goes, "Nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it." I said, "All right." So we walked with him, myself, Ralphie, a bunch of other people. We're walking with him. People are passing us, going down that trail, and not thinking nothing of it. They're passing us. They will say stuff. And I mentioned this too with Bruce Sidney. We got him up there, and Ralphie and Ronnie picked him up and brought him up there. You would have thought I thought I was in a Hallmark movie, like slow motion. Everybody's like,
yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
People waited up there for him to come. Waited well over an hour. They've been up there and they're waiting for them to come up. Come to find out, talking to them later. But I'm filming the whole way and everything, and that was my there, and it was cool. It was cool. I will never forget that. And it just hits you hard, when you see that determination with somebody with a physical disability like that to persevere. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's get down to the meetup part as far as the dinner. Now, we met at the Hoppraw House. Those wonderful people. Oh my goodness. They Brett's the owner and their staff are spot on. Haley. Did y'all meet Haley?
Which one's Haley?
She was the lead server. She was wearing red. She'll be in my video that comes out tomorrow night.
We met her the year before, also. Yeah,
you did. Yeah, she's wonderful. They did a great job. There's a couple changes I'm going to make next year. I mentioned it on a couple live streams I was a guest on and some other places. So if I repeat myself, apologize. I'm going to repeat myself. There's some things that I'm going to change a little bit. Try to. I'm going to give a proposal. Number one, starting with the PA system. That's my brother's PA system. He owns a Jacksonville sound and lights and all that stuff, Jacksonville, Florida. So that was his. He bought me a brand new pack of batteries to put in there. He goes, "Man, you got brand new batteries, you're wireless." Because remember last year I had the wire, the wire thing. Yeah, and so, but I was like, "Great, I don't have to worry about the wire. That's great." Well, it worked 10 minutes, and then it started breaking up. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me! Well, you can't be doing this right when I'm starting to do
keep turning it on and off."
Yeah, it's like, of all times, But the best thing I could do is just keep on going. I had to raise my voice a little bit. I had it set just right because I was there hour and a half early. Blaine and I were doing mic checks. We had Blaine going the other side of the room. I'm on the other room. Everybody could hear perfectly. In the other room too, because it funnels around. Had it going, it funnels over through the holes in the ceiling and stuff. And in other words, it was working perfectly until that. So next year, I'm not doing no wireless. It's not happening. I'm bringing an extra cord. Like there's a 200-foot cord. I'm good to go. I'd rather ravel a cord and be able to talk than anything. But here's what I'm going to propose to the restaurant. Instead of getting everybody there and everybody's taking your orders, you're trying to get things going. I don't want things to be stagnant. You know what I mean? You got to keep things going. People going to lose interest. You know what I mean? You got to keep things going. So so instead of everybody's rushing around getting orders and everything, I'm going to propose to, hey, what about I put out the menu to everybody, which I did before, but I didn't say give me your menu. I'll take the orders I'll submit it to the restaurant, you know, and then have them, or when we get there, it will be there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I like to be that'd be pretty cool. That would save a lot of in and out. It's done. We get straight to our tournament.
There to mess with the there's some
You're doing it. I mean,
yeah,
it's
I think it's a good idea, but
Yeah.
you're still going to have some logistics to who's
Yeah.
But they'll have to figure all that out. But yeah.
Or they
yes,
could do a
yes.
limited menu.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of logistics for sure. But I'm willing to just to try and see, you know, to keep it going. You know, I don't want it to be, you know, like a 2-hour thing. You know what I mean? And it's long, and you know, I want it too short. I want it just right. You know, let's have a good time. Let's do it.
The chairs in Helen are no chairs that I sit in anywhere are very good chairs. They are horrible for people with back problems.
Yeah.
I can't hardly sit in any chair that you know what I mean. You stood more than you sat down, didn't you?
Right. It's hard to sit down. It's hard to. Oh, and Curt, I really did. I thought somebody told me that Curt had a skit, and I don't know who that was.
No,
it wasn't me.
So that's why I asked you. I said, "All right, Curt, here goes your turn," and you're like, "I'm like, oh, here." Anyway, I'm confused.
You already had the people on the show that is in favor of skits. You need to talk to Cindy.
Cindy was the one who wanted
Cindy
us to
will do anything you ask.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. We had one. I'm so glad we didn't do it. It was corny.
We will put up
Oh, that's
Cindy.
what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be corny.
It was bad, and it would have lasted just seconds because it was just like see me traveling ocean to ocean to see KLOCK family adventures.
Oh,
So
that's cool. That'd have been perfect.
We chickened out. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
We had some people I didn't know they were going to do a skit. I won't say no names, but we had some people I didn't know that was going to happen. It just happened, you know, and you know, and that's going to happen, you know. But
it's a start.
Kathy Mills, we loved her skit.
Did
we loved everybody's skit?
Yes.
But we were very surprised at her getting up there and doing that skit.
He was correcting her, and she goes, "It's a part of my skit." I love that. Even though that wasn't planned,
hilarious.
That was great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and we had talked about it. You know, I knew she was going to do something, and everything. She goes, "I don't know," and I was like, "You could do it. You could do it." She goes, "Okay, I'm going to do it." Wonderful lady, by the way.
Yeah.
And she got up and did it, but that was really good. That was really the one that I was a part of did not go as planned whatsoever. The microphone was huge with making that happen. You know, if that would have worked, that would have been a game changer. But what that was some friends of mine. They were in my group last year, and they're going to be in my group this year in June. That's the thing. Once you go to Germany, especially with me, you'll be wanting to go back again. I mean, it's something else. But anyways, they're going back in, and we were imitating. He was imitating the tour guide in the Neuschwanstein Castle, the big the Disney castle where Walt Disney got his idea for Cinderella and all that stuff, and he was imitating him. But the microphone, that sort of it changed things. But we just want. He was like, I don't know. I said, just go with it. I don't care. Just do it. Just do it. And we worked out anyway. But it was a lot of fun. So maybe next year, come up even the cornier the better, because that's what makes it fun.
Well, Cindy's supposed to be in charge of that for next year, which means we'll be dressed up as Raggedy Ann and Andy or something crazy like that, doing something.
I'm looking at Ricki right now, and I think Ricki has something up her sleeve.
Oh,
that is that true?
No. No. We I think
she's a people person. Don't let her lie.
To Cindy about her enthusiasm for it. There was
Cindy is the leader of it all.
Yeah, she wants to do
She wants to be a part
of it. She came up with some ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was different ones. We even thought about making fun of each other's channels.
Like trying to be Sure.
That's a great idea. Oh my goodness, man, you just gave me an idea. Oh wow, okay. That's hey, we got 48 days to wake up to come up with something. So
It's all fun until you're there, and then
all these
everybody's
people
up there,
are
and like we heard crickets, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not getting up there.
right.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, a lot of us are introverts, really. Like
There's
we
a
look
lot
like
of
we're
fun.
people, but when you get up in front of a crowd of over 100 people, it changes. You know, you can talk to a camera all day long, but talking to 100 people that are there looking at you, waiting to do something amazing, is a little different.
I won't even talk to the camera when I'm on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Curt does that more now. He will do that, so he doesn't have to do so many voiceovers.
I'm not an introvert though. I'm not at all.
But Curt can dance.
You know.
I've seen him dance. I've seen him.
We'll dance.
A little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Oh man, that's good stuff. One more thing about the restaurant. What did y'all think about the food of Opera House? Did you like it?
I've liked everything that I've got so far. That's what I like. In other words, each thing I've ordered, man, I can eat this. Yeah. I was trying to stay away from pork, and pork is the main thing that I would love to have got there. And I couldn't get the pork, so I had to settle. What I get, chicken?
Yeah, but it was good. It was good chicken. I got the and I'm not going to say it right, so you're gonna have to correct me.
No, I got a Reuben.
I got the
I'm
stuff
sorry.
that looks like macaroni and cheese, but it's not They call
Special. Yeah.
Okay. I really
That's good.
loved
You got
that.
chicken, the one you got. She got chicken.
Okay.
No, that was schnitzel.
Oh.
That's different than spitzel.
Oh,
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like macaroni.
So it's like homemade macaroni that the pasta with the macaroni and cheese kind of thing, and it was delicious.
It's good, isn't it?
And I got the veal schnitzel sandwich. So I was
You spoke to Wiener Schnitzel Brötchen. Oh yes. Oh my goodness, that's good stuff. What did you get, Curt?
Oh, I end up getting I remember I got a Reuben this year.
A Reuben. That's right. I
got a Reuben.
Delicious.
Reubens are spot on.
Very, very, very good sandwich there.
Absolutely. What about you, Mike?
I'm trying to remember what I got.
You remember what you got, Ricki?
This was at Friday night's dinner or
Saturday
night?
Saturday nights.
I got the barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. Okay. How was that?
Mm-hmm. It was good. I thought you got the steak.
No,
What did he get?
I had steak on Friday night at Big Daddy's. I think I had a burger. I can't remember because I thought about getting a burger all week, but then I didn't. I finally got one, but I can't remember for sure.
We ate so much while we were there. So much food.
Isn't it grand?
But so much of it. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it grand though? Absolutely. Wow. Well, you know what? I would love one of these days. You know what my dream is? To get a bunch of us. Okay. Curt, Marsha, Mike and Ricki, Bruce and Sydney, and a bunch of other people get together on a van and go to Germany one of these days. I would absolutely love it. And I had no idea I was going to talk about this right now, but I'm just putting a little plug in.
Yeah.
When you get a bunch of people and you split the costs, it's next to nothing for what you're getting. Like see me, I do see me. Oh, see me. Oh, look at that. Oh, see me. But with me, that I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. All right. So when I go and when we all split the van, like for instance, 18 days with the van, we had 8 people. Each one of us paid $126 a person for the van for the whole week, and everybody took turns paying gas. Mm-hmm. You can't beat that, man. We were all over the place, and they're coming back. That's one thing. When I bring people to Germany, I said there's a little disclaimer. Once you go, you're going to be hooked. Mm-hmm. And I go to a lot of these cruise ports too. Like where the Viking goes and all this stuff. I got a video where I stopped in Cologne and like sort of followed the ship just to do it because I like cruising too. And just to see, because my daughter, she wants to do that for graduation.
Oh, that'd be
Get on the Viking cruise and all that stuff. And man, that'd be awesome. Now I've been to Germany many times, but I've seen the ships many times. I've got on a ship before, and but never been on a Viking cruise yet. But it's going to happen. One day I was in not Koblenz, Cologne, and I was just there, just taking some video. Everybody was off the ship. It was a port. Yeah, but I just walked up to it and everything. I was looking around, and the guy that works there on the ship, he goes, "Do you have your pass?" I said, "No, I'm just walking by. I'm just looking in." She goes, "You're not a cruiser?" I said, "No, I'm just walking by." And he goes, "Come here, let me show you." So I got to walk around. And just on the out, I was like, "Man, this is pretty." It's like a miniature big cruise ship. Okay, but everything's miniature, and it was like, wow, this is pretty cool. But where I'm getting at, I want to go on one of these days. That's for sure. But well, folks, I don't want to keep y'all forever because I will talk your ears off. Trust me, ask my wife. But in closing, I'm going to start with Mike and Ricki. You tell us your overall experience and Helen. Would you or would you not return to Helen, Georgia?
We had a lot of fun, and yes, we would definitely go back. A lot of people come there every year, so we definitely want to do some more meetups and stuff. We want to go there during the summer and do like the tubing down the river and different things that they have during the warmer climates. We did the roller coaster. That was a lot of fun too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely things that we want to go back for. And we definitely had a lot of a good time. And we want to do Germany at some point because KLOCK, my last name, that is Germany. That is German. So at some point we want to go over there and see some castles and stuff.
Oh, you know what time it is. Absolutely. And that is German because I met a KLOCK over there, but they pronounce it KLOCK. Have you heard that?
Nope.
There's a KLOCK, and it's spelled KL, just like you spell it, KLOCK. Okay. But it's like the K is like sounds like a U. But depends on what part of Germany because it's different dialects. But that's awesome. And I totally agree. So I go throughout the year. I go to Helen. I'm not in Helen just in March. I'm there summertime too. I love tubing down that river. I was there Thanksgiving week. My family and I, we rented a cabin out there in the woods, and had a ball. And we did our Christmas pictures there for Christmas. Where at that time they got the whole city of Helen all Christmassy. It's a place to go for Christmas too. So they have the Christmas market, Christmas lights. It's just a neat feel. I love that stuff. Never too old for Christmas, but I love Christmas, and so I highly recommend that. Curt and Marsha.
We always have a great time when we go. We feel like we never get to spend enough time with everybody individually.
I know, right?
So we definitely would go again. We're like KLOCK, and then we would love to go in the summer one time to be able to tube down the river.
Just a little warmer, yeah.
Do some of the stuff the other activities that you don't get to do every time that you're
run around in that area. Yeah, and I would love to, he set up those boards and everything. That was a great little day. If we can cornhole, what he set up in that little bit of time of a frame to do what they did, and that doing something like that, that's like like just a big gathering.
Hanging
something
out.
Else we talked about is possibly I'd like to go up there and just stay in a cabin. Even I like staying there with everybody, but I wouldn't mind going up there and staying also at the Unicoi
State
Park.
Yeah. Now,
we drove one thing there, looked at the barrel cabins and all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, one thing you got to take into effect when you do that, just to put it out there, parking. So the good thing about I love staying in the cabins, trust me. But every time I went in town, I had to pay for parking. Yeah. And this guy here, I hate paying for parking. It bugs me. I got to pay to park. Are you kidding me? That just bugs me. But I do it. You have to, But just keep that in account. it's no big deal. It's just you know, for someone
That's
that
why
doesn't.
we stayed there at Hellendorf, because we wouldn't. Yeah.
We like
Mike drove us
Hellendorf.
around everywhere.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
We
For
lucked
free,
out.
he said, for free.
For free. Yeah, we lucked out. He didn't really have to park nowhere we had to pay, though, did we?
No, not really.
And I think up there with his little stripper buddy, the
Sasquatch.
behind there is free parking.
Yeah.
Down in behind there is free parking.
Oh yes, absolutely, and it's usually full. And so y'all got to y'all did all right doing that.
I do want to say we love Hellendorf. I love getting the one with the balcony so you can see the river flowing.
Oh yes, my mom had that too.
It so happened to be a perfect time that we were there because the bushes had started blooming and it was just gorgeous, very relaxing.
Yeah.
I know, like Hannah and Lori, Hannah said she opened the door so she could hear the water flowing when she went to sleep. So I love that hotel. Perfect for walking to anything too. We did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is so awesome. I can't wait for the next one.
Come in. I recommend coming in even a day earlier than what you got scheduled. I mean, that's just what you got scheduled, but it's worth it in an extra day early.
Absolutely. Well, you had 2 extra days. I can't. I came in 1 extra day. I came in on Thursday. Y'all had me dying laughing on the live stream on Thursday morning, especially when Bruce said about 10:50. You
4 figures.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
me and Bruce were gonna throw him in.
Yeah, money got to be right. That's not right. Sit there and go, well, that's 4 figures.
No.
Not exactly. Yeah, takes a little more.
Wow. Yeah. Well, folks, thank you so much for being here tonight. Here's my wish. My wish in the future that we spend more time together when we're there. But you know what? That we have all year to, and if you think of something, let me know, because I'm game for anything, you know what I mean? So, but just let me know. But I enjoy your channels, but better yet, I enjoy y'all's personalities, because like I said in the beginning, I enjoy good people, and I'm looking at 4 good people right now, and I really mean that. And I'm going to give it an opportunity right now. Everybody good? You want to say anything else? Do you have any live streams coming up? Do you have any videos coming out? Now's the time to go ahead and do it.
Well, I'll hit mine real quick.
Okay.
We do a live stream on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. We talk about what we had going on, what we possibly trivia sometimes, and then I should have some content from the icon coming out hopefully within the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
But we will see.
When's your Helen coming out? Helen stuff. No rush. We're Americans, not Russians.
I didn't record a whole lot. I recorded some, but not a whole lot. I was more into meeting everybody than recording. I get to the point, I get sometimes caught up in the moment of meeting people that I don't record a lot.
Hey, that's a good trait. That's a good trait. I missed a lot of recording because you're busy doing stuff, but I got a lot in there, but not as much as I would if I wasn't doing anything. But yeah, absolutely. But no rush at all. Curt, Marsha, what about y'all? What's down the pike?
You get to see us Monday through Friday every morning at 8 a.m. on the Daily Coffee Talk.
Yeah.
On
8 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, Eastern. Come on by. We talk, and we people think it's fake, but it's real. This is how we are with each other constantly. It's life. But we talk, everything about traveling and everything. Look at there. Both of them's got their dolls. Both.
I see that. I see.
That's another,
hold up at the same time.
Ocean problem there.
Yeah. Ocean gave it to you. Cindy.
That's awesome. That's
awesome. Cindy Rose. So
gummit dolls.
Yes. But
anyway.
Been working on some content. I'm finishing a room tour or cabin tour right now of the Vista. It should be done tomorrow, probably.
Oh, cool.
It'll probably be out within the next 2 or 3 days, or maybe make one Monday or Tuesday, maybe. But I still got 2 more cruises that I've not even started working on, in videos and stuff like that and blogs. We got how many cruises coming up? We got our next cruise is in October. It's October 13th on Carnival Celebration, and then we'll have then we have 3 cruises in the 2025, and then in 2026 we're scheduled for the one with
ABC,
the vloggers. Yeah.
All
so
right.
that's not like that. So we're working on those kind of things right now. We're always going out here and
doing something.
We'll be doing something. Yeah, like meeting up with folks at Busch Gardens, stuff like that. You know, going to Helen. That's all a part of it. Plan on putting the. I got a little bit of video. I got more video.
Who's Helen?
Who's Helen?
Yeah,
when you Google that, there is a lady in Helen that comes up.
Right. There's also a lady, aka Grandma, Helen in Georgia. I got to meet her. Yeah. My mom. I know we got to close, but I can tell you, my mom, 13 years ago, you couldn't get on a computer for nothing. I don't need none of that mess. I don't need none of that stuff. Yeah. But I gave her, she got a computer and I taught her and everything. And now she's like, oh, did you see this channel? Did you see that channel? Da, da, da. Can you take me up to meet these people? What? Okay. And I was like, sure. So we drive up to Dublin, Georgia with her walker because of her hip. And this in August, she broke her hip in March. But so we drove up to go see Helen Wyatt, aka Grandma, in Georgia, and had a wonderful time there. It was well worth it, and we're all friends now. She's 85 years old. 85 years old, and she's got a channel. Helen in Georgia, and she's a wonderful lady. She has chickens and all that kind of stuff. They even have a concert on Friday nights with her grandson. I mean, it's pretty neat. Yeah. But anyways, I just want to say thank you all very much. I'm going to ask y'all to help me say goodbye. Okay. On the count of 3, we're going to say Dankeschön, tschüss together. All right. So, but before we do that, let them get in their minds to say Dankeschön, tschüss. If you're listening right now, make sure you check out the description. Right now, we have Mike and Ricki's channel, KLOCK Family Adventures. Right down there below, that little link down there, just click that and you can see their channels. You can see where they go live on Sundays and all their videos coming out, as well as Curt and Marsha from CME Traveling. I almost said CME Traveling. CME Traveling. They got the daily coffee talk Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you can click there and see what's going on there. And with that being said, on a count of 3, guys, I need your help. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dankeschön, tschüss. Oh, yes, sir, Bob. Mike, you know who Bob is?
Nope.
Neither do I. Marsha, you know? Ricki, help me out. No. Curt knows. Curt, who's Bob?
Bob?
Yeah, that guy. Curt, tschüssies.